felt the initial shock straight away.
I remember seeing him bleed in his corner, but I don't remember him bleeding right there, that instant.
I remember looking down and it just felt like a fountain was coming out. In my mind, I thought the fight was going to be stopped. I thought there was no way it could continue. You can say it's affecting me. It's like fighting blindsided.
I didn't think that cut was bothering him at all. It wasn't for a second him blind or closing his eyes. I can't see out of my eyes. He saw the whole thing the whole time.
It's a lot of blood, man. That's crazy.
The news is that Tszyu is now going to be fighting against Sebastian Fundora for 2 of the belts in the super welterweight division after Keith Thurman pulled out of this fight injured.
Look at the size difference. That's something that you can't prepare for. Tszyu's doing it on 12 days' notice. He's so confident he'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime.
I remember walking into the house and manager and coach, they've got like the face that someone's died. And I was like, oh, damn, what's happened now? And yeah, I got the news, I was sort of in disbelief, didn't understand. And in my head, it was just calculations. What do I do? How do I do it? Let's figure this out. I've always been the guy that takes on any challenge, you know? That's what it is for me, you know, take on the hardest challenges possible. And they said Fundora. I was like, all right. We changed plans. It was a bit of a shock, you know, you're going from 2 completely different styles, you know, and the fact that Fundora's is tall, southpaw, it was opposite. So I had to change my mindset, change my game plan. Took me 2 days to sort of get over it and adapt, and then it was good to go.
It just showed me that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, you know? There's no such thing as luck in boxing. It's just timing, you know? They saw a Sebastian at his lowest and a Tszyu at his highest, and they thought nothing was gonna happen. But of course, you can't do that with boxing. Everybody has a chance. And we definitely have more chance than everybody else in this sport. I think I'm the best at 154. So they made that mistake, but their mistake was our advantage. You know, boxing, everything changes all the time. Opponents change all the time. Usually it's not for the better. But this time it was. This time it was a blessing. Jesus knocks on your door, you answer it.
Change of opponent is always never fun, especially when for months on end you've been preparing for a certain style, you've been preparing for a certain person, certain energy, and then it just goes complete opposite. It's just like a whirlwind of type of emotions. But this is what I have in front of me, and this is what I have to deal with now.
On this Easter weekend, Sebastian Fundora looking to resurrect his career. He stands as the tallest ever in the 154-pound division, eyeing a title. A win over Tszyu isn't just a victory, it is indeed making history, and he's coming off a career-long 357-day hiatus, and his first loss, that come from behind 7th-round KO at the hands of Brian Mendoza. You look at it, a loss, a career-long layoff, and yet, after being brutally knocked out, maybe the extra time could serve to be a blessing.
We leave the gym to Vegas already prepared. So everything we worked for, that whole training camp or our whole life, for a moment like this, we did all we could do, you know? And of course, I felt we were more than enough ready for a fight like this. The second I step out, you hear all the cheers from the fans, and, you know, it's just a happy moment for me because, you know, we work hard for this position. We work hard to get to that position, and we were ready.
When you have an opponent like that with that type of natural genetics, that tall, you have to try and adapt and be able to bring something different. So I knew I'm going to have to do something different, but I felt in control in the first couple of rounds.
Oh, and that right hand popping Fundora's head back like a piss dispenser.
I thought he was going to be quicker. I thought he was going to hit harder. But yeah, he's got this natural ability, and he's got these arms that just you think the punch is going to stop, but it just keeps extending. And it's a style that's very, very hard to adapt to. But look, you have to adapt as a professional boxer to anyone.
Oh, wow.
Tszyu is cut.
At the top of his head is massive.
That was at the very end of the round, and I think it was an elbow.
I felt the initial shock straight away. I touched my head, and then it was just fountain. I remember looking down and it just felt like a fountain was coming out, which was something never felt before. It was weird because I thought I've never had this type of blood. I don't think many people have experienced this type of blood, but if you see there, it's literally like a fountain. And in my mind, I thought the fight was going to be stopped. I thought there was no way it could continue.
I didn't feel it at all. But the next day, I did have a big bruise. And it wasn't even on my elbow. It was right here in my forearm. It was such a fast moment. It's such a fast moment. And with boxing, you know, things change so fast. I remember seeing him bleed in his corner, but I don't remember him bleeding right there, that instant.
The amount of blood that was thrown off was say if you look there, I'm trying to look at the TV at the screen to be able to see what the hell's going on. See, as soon as you put Vaso, straight away, it wouldn't stop. I mean, something I've never experienced. I'm going into the round and it's already all over my eyes. I didn't even get hit with anything yet, and it's still bleeding. So I think it was at first it was a bit of a shock, and the next couple rounds was something that I had to try and get rid of, focus. But it's hard when it's in your eyes and you see I'm clearly just trying to take it out of my eyes, but getting emotional, throwing stupid haymaker shots. This is me doing stuff out of emotion and not with my brains, and you can see it's affecting me in this part. And it's like fighting blindsided. If you get a bit of water in your eyes, it's like a little bit blurry, but blood's sticky and it's like red, and it was like, what the hell's going on? I need to win this fight, but I got all this stuff going on. Like I need to keep doing this, and my opponent's still throwing punches. It's uncomfortable.
The whole fight, I saw him looking into my eyes. I didn't think that cut was bothering him at all. Maybe moving a couple drops from his eyes, but it wasn't too much of a thing because I remember him looking at me straight. It wasn't for a second him blind or closing his eyes. I can't see out of my eyes. He saw the whole thing the whole time. You know, it's like me. I'm bleeding from my nose. There's a couple of times that the blood went into my eyes myself, but we're there in that fight. It's almost instinct already. You know where your opponent's at.
Man, that cut in the blood on the face of Tszyu becoming bothersome.
Tszyu is wiping away.
Yeah, he can't see.
There's impairing his vision.
So what was most frustrating was I wasn't thinking about the fight or thinking about what I should be doing and stuff like that. Thinking, how am I going to protect this thing, you know? So it's all about adapting now and, staying focused. I'm still hitting him with good shots. He's just, he's much harder. He's hard to reach anyway because he's so tall. He stuck to the game plan and he fought smart and he did what he had to do, given the circumstances.
He's bleeding bad. Fundora's bleeding bad.
Take nothing away from Sebastian. He fought a good fight, kept me on distance, and did what he had to do. It was a war, you know. It was he was in a world of pain as well. He had blood coming out of his mouth, nose. So he was in a very uncomfortable position. Mine was quite artificial. His was internal. So I'm not sure what I'd prefer, being blindsided or having that inside. I feel like I'm doing all right, actually. Hitting him with some good shots. And he's boxing good. I remember the times when he was boxing, when he was taking the rounds. And then there's certain times that I'm taking the rounds. But yeah, I was landing some clean shots on him and he kept taking it. But this is what boxing's about. Sometimes this is the type of things that people remember, and this is what it's all about, bringing these types of fights to the fans.
To me, it's just an everyday thing. I think around the 9th round or 7th round, my dad told me, You've been bleeding your whole life. There's nothing new to you. And that's the truth. A lot of people were telling my dad after the fight, like, that was like almost like inspirational. I didn't see it as inspirational. It was just, that's what we do. In boxing, you bleed. In boxing, you can cry. In boxing, you sweat. These things happen in boxing, you know? It's just boxing.
It's a lot of blood, man. That's crazy. And it's all over my eyes. Hit him with good shots, you know, and he kept coming forward. I just remember I got him in a couple of positions where, yeah, you can tell that he's hit a bit. He's starting to back off. It's a lot of blood. That's crazy.
You want this. You want to hit somebody or to get hit. You have to like it. I think so. That's how you get to the bigger spots in the sport. In life, you know? You want to focus on what you can do good in. That's what I think, at least. And, of course, a lot of that has to be with my family as well. For the seconds that I do step out of line or think of something else, my father, my sister, my mother, they're always there to guide me back into this place and to stay focused. Now, all the training I did, I'm just showing to the fans. I'm an entertainer now. That's why I see the big fights, or not the big fights, the fights for the fans, the real fight itself, not the sparring, not the training. I'm an entertainer. The rest of the camp, I'm a boxer, but right there, it's just for the fans.
12 rounds, blood and guts warfare.
One of the most bloodiest fights I've seen in a long time.
It takes two to tango. I think everyone needs a good dance partner, and I think we both bring it out of each other.
The only thing that was missing was the knockout. We'll be going for this one, for sure. But this is all action. Basketball, you want to see slam dunks. Football, you want to see touchdowns, home runs in baseball. Boxing, you want to see knockouts or a bloody mess.
Sebastian Fundora on top of the world.
I didn't get the victory, and that's the main thing. I come here to win.
He showed that he was a warrior. Tough guy, very tough. But unfortunately in boxing, being a tough guy is not gonna get you the win.
This loss didn't really feel like a loss to me for some reason. I got a lot of respect from this fight. It showed my true heart and my courage and my desire to keep going. And that's what I'm all about.
The dream is complete. I became world champion. I'm at the top now. And we won 2 titles at once too, so that was even more. But, you know, it's, again, everything you worked hard for, you got it. I could die tomorrow, I don't want to, but I could die tomorrow and I'll be proud of myself.
I feel like my life hadn't changed much. I feel like, yeah, you lose a few of the undercover haters. They just come out. That's just typical. But yeah, nothing really much has changed. You wake up the next day on the same pursuit of greatness anyway. You know, it doesn't really change for me. Win, lose, or draw. I felt at most peace when I had that loss. People sort of leave you alone, and you just have a little bit of time on your own, and you get to think about just the little things in life. And it really opened my eyes, and was able to see what I could do better, and just make you appreciate life in many different ways. Everyone's got their own opinion, you know, and some days in the office you have bad days, and some days are good days, and you know, and the thing with us, we just do it on a global platform for everyone to see and judge and talk about, you know, and life's ain't perfect, and I'm glad for the mistakes, because it creates such a story that one day when you read it to your kids and to your grandkids, they're gonna say, wow, that was one hell of a ride, and that's what I'm doing it for. We're both in a position where we both have to win. So, I don't know. I put pressure on myself because I need to perform, so that's what it is. Not perform, dominate. That's my idea.
I'm just gonna worry about what I do. I can only guarantee what I can do. I hope he comes in nice and healthy for this fight, and we give the fans the fight that they've been waiting for. But I'm gonna go in there guns blazing, and I'm going in there to hurt him. Like the sport, you're supposed to do that. And I just hope that everything that he went through makes him that much better. So we can give that fight to the fans. That's what the people want to see. They're hoping for another one just like this, another bloody mess.
He should have killed me the first time, because I'm coming back with revenge, that's for sure.
I think we're going to see a completely different fight, but one that favors the Towering Inferno a lot more.
What are we going to see fight night? Victory by any means for myself. Domination.